Sunday, 4:30pm, Enzo Maresca's Chelsea have the acid test so far this season when we make the trip to Anfield, somewhat of an unhappy hunting ground of recent, and face league leaders Liverpool. Here to talk about the game with me, fresh in from Saudi Arabia, is the big dog, Josh Aveste. Josh,
We're back.
we're back. Oh, we are back, baby.
And Chelsea are back.
Chelsea are back too. How's things, mate?
Very good. So I'm very excited for club football to be back. You know, we don't really watch international football anymore, do we?
Well, we will be
We
watching
might be.
we will be watching some international football.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I absolutely love it.
We're talking about Thomas Tuchel.
Now,
Joey, Tuchel.
listen.
They've made that very clear in all the comments on the kickoff video.
Yes, they've made
Very
it very clear in the comments to my videos that people don't appreciate the way that I speak
No, this was in
and
the
pronounce
kickoff. This wasn't even
anything.
in your ones.
It's in everything, mate. It's in everything. Do you know I've been getting a lot of flack in a lot of these videos recently, right? And to quote Gemma Collins,
Yeah.
I just want to be me.
You love Gemma as well.
I do
You're
love
always
her.
a big fan of Gemma.
I do
If
love
Gemma
her.
is watching, you are Joey's type
Which she will be.
on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the Towie crew, would you have gone for Gemma? You liked Lucy, didn't you?
Who's Lucy?
Lucy was Mark Wright's bird back in
Nah.
the day.
No.
Who did you like? Lauren Goodyear.
I'd have probably done Lauren back in the day, yeah. I'd have probably had a go. Just
Georgia?
Just while
What about Georgia?
Georgia who?
That other Georgia that was
You know,
with...
I didn't really watch Towie.
Are you
though.
joking?
No, honestly.
Why?
Honestly, I was a Geordie Shore man.
Yeah, but Towie's up there as well.
Big Brother's back on.
Big Brother's back on. Have you got the call up yet?
No, I'm waiting for you to get me it.
Do you want to go on?
I'd go on.
But you couldn't make Chelsea videos. What would happen?
You'd do it for me.
Welcome back to the Joey Knight podcast.
do your best impression of me just so we can practice.
Let me look in front. Let me look down the camera. Welcome back to the Joey Knight podcast. I'm Joey Knight, and today we are previewing Chelsea versus Liverpool. What a great clash it would be!
Uncanny.
I think it's actually pretty good.
Uncanny. I
If
mean,
they think our American accents are good, wait till you get the Essex out.
that was a little bit Australian, and I am definitely not from Essex. But either way, we don't mind.
You sound a bit Essex though. Has anyone ever said you got a bit of an Essex
when I was
twang to it?
I was traveling in Thailand. Well, I wasn't really travelling. I stayed in the same place for about 5 months. And by the same place, I literally mean the same place.
beach.
No, just on my hammock for like 5 months. Yeah, just keeping watch over the hostel.
You did a bit of boxing, bit of Muay Thai. Did you do Muay Thai or just boxing?
Just boxing. I'm not into kicking.
I
Kicking's
was
for
gonna
girls.
say, yeah, well, fair enough.
There you go.
Yeah.
Unless you're kicking footballs, which
Yeah.
is not for girls. It is for, well, it's for girls and men.
Just to make that clear, there is a Chelsea women's team. They're doing pretty well, by the way.
I got a bit of stick because they went, why do you fail to acknowledge the Chelsea women's team?
Well,
And
why
it's
don't we have a little women's segment right now? Just say they've won all of their games so far under the new manager. They've just beaten Arsenal. The previous manager of the women's team never beat Arsenal.
But there's nothing wrong with me not knowing anything about the Chelsea women's team
There's
because
nothing
it's not. If I was to support a women's team,
Yeah.
it would be Chelsea.
Can you sing the song There's Nothing Wrong?
What?
There is nothing wrong.
With a little bump and grind, with a little bump and grind. He can't sing any of his songs
You
anymore.
can't,
And
you
I tell you
can't.
what, the Warriors,
You
right?
can't.
What's my ring walk to boxing?
Is it an R. Kelly song?
It's P. Diddy.
Oh, P. Dilly. Wow.
I'm going to have to
That's even worse.
I've been walking to that tune for 10 years.
Can I ask a question? Are you allowed to listen to those songs now?
What, P. Diddy?
Like P. Diddy, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson? Are you allowed to listen to any of those?
Yeah.
Do you know what was a really weird one? Lost Prophets. Do you remember Lost Prophets?
He's a weird fucker, wasn't he? He was a weird man.
By the way, we're not listening to Lost Prophets anymore. That's quite
No,
clear.
Lost
But
Prophets
P. Diddy,
is off the
But
table.
P. Diddy you can listen to.
It depends what P. Diddy tune it is, mate. It depends what tune it is. But obviously, best P. Diddy tune, you're probably going to go Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right up there. More money, more problems. But that's
Yeah.
kind of P. Diddy and Biggie. But do you want the most underrated P. Diddy song ever?
I'd love to know your favourite one.
If I told you once, I told you twice. I can see it in your eyes. Do you know what song that is?
I don't have a freaking
Last
clue.
night,
I've never heard it.
I didn't even get an answer last night. P. Diddy,
never
Keisha
heard
Cole.
it.
You
I
never
don't think
heard
I've
that?
ever heard it.
Oh, my God.
Do you know
Go
that-
home, stick the headphones
Yeah.
on, put it on. It will blow your mind.
Do you know what else will blow your mind, Joey?
What?
The win that we do against Liverpool this weekend.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do a win.
We're gonna do it for Diddy. No, I'm joking. We are not gonna do it for P. Diddy. But being serious right now, going in, what's that? 6 minutes, and we're just about to start. Fast forward 6 minutes.
I
if you don't
honestly
want
do think there'll be a few comments that just went, we will skip through. Maybe we'll have to put some chapters on.
The thing is,
remember
the
this.
problem is this, right?
Yeah.
There are some people that do get in the comments and go, "Oh, just stick to," and they do it in that voice as well. They go,
Yeah.
"Oh, just stick to Chelsea."
Yeah.
But who are we for?
What are you talking
You know
about?
who we're for?
Who are we for?
We're for the hardcore.
There were quite a few comments saying, I like it hardcore.
These lot,
Yeah.
and you lot know. If you're one of the hardcore, you're sat there, you're giving me a little nod right
You're
now.
just going, I like
These
it.
lot like it's hardcore.
They do.
Okay?
They do. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing
It's completely
wrong
natural
with
to
that,
like it
okay?
hardcore.
And the
Completely
hardcore,
natural.
they want to know our views on music. They want to know our views on condiments, on food.
Do you know what they also want to know is why you don't look at me in the same way that I look at you in videos?
I do look at you with a lot of love. I do look at you with a lot of love. And what you lot don't see off camera is I'm very touchy-feely with him. Yeah? What did you say about my massages?
They were exquisite massages. In fact, the best massage that I've ever had. And I have been to a massage parlour in Nottingham.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was it? Did it have a happy ending?
It was great. It was great. It was one of those ones that you go and there's no windows on the outside.
Of course there's not. They don't want to see what you're up to in there, mate. You know?
Yeah, well, yeah. Good times, eh?
Yeah.
Good times.
Anyway.
Who else is getting a massage? Mo Salah?
We got to speak about Mo Salah.
Yeah, we do have to
We
speak
will
about
have
Mo
to
Salah.
speak about Mo Salah. But let's go into the implications of this game. And by the way, this is the Joey Knight podcast. If you're new around here, this is my good friend, the big dog, Josh Aveste. And today we are going to be covering Chelsea against Liverpool. We're going to speak about Liverpool, speak about their starts of the season. We're going to talk about Chelsea. More importantly, we're going to give our team sheet, which we've actually agreed on this
first
week.
time ever.
Position for position. Yeah. We're going to give a score prediction. But let's start off, right, on the implications to Chelsea winning this match. Because I've got one question for you, right? If Chelsea were to win this match, does it solidify our current position as, I would say, favourites for the top four?
God, I thought you were going to say something else then.
Yeah. Or
I was about to laugh in your face.
Or, well, wait for me to finish.
Yeah.
Or does it make us title challengers?
I think if we win this game, it makes us favourites.
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 Yeah.
I can't even say it the way you
Favourite.
say it.
Favourite.
Favourite to be top 3.
Right, people, I just want to quickly take this opportunity to tell you about new partners of the channel, Squawka. When you're in the YouTube industry like I am, there is a certain type of service that you could very much do with having on your side, and that is the service that stops you making blunders. And when I'm preparing for some of my videos, I use the website Squawka to use the player comparison matrix, and that helps me get a better understanding of comparing the players that I'm talking about. For example, a lot of you guys know that for every Chelsea game, I put out my preferred starting lineup, and I do look into the underlying numbers of the players I'm picking and the players that I'm comparing, and that's where Squawka comes in. They offer the best player comparison matrix on the internet. The website is so efficient and so easy that even I can use it. For example, when I'm picking from Chelsea's 30 to 40 odd wingers that we've got at the club, I can very easily jump onto Squawka and see how their stats compare. But you don't need to be a YouTuber to need to use Squawka. You could use it for your bets when you're betting on first goal scorer and things like that. It could give you a better indication. Or you could just use it to look like a genius down the pub, and we all like to do that, don't we? So thank you very much to Squawka for not only helping me prepare for my videos, but also partnering up with the channel. So help support me by supporting the guys that support the channel in Squawka. They are linked in the description for this video. Let's get back into it.
Top 3?
If we win this game.
Well, hold on, mate. That means you would, if we win this game, you would put us ahead of one of league leaders Liverpool.
Yeah.
the greatest side to grace English football over the last 2 years that still haven't won a trophy in Arsenal.
Yeah.
Manchester City, the cheating treble winners.
Yeah. So points deduction on the last one.
Are
Arsenal, bottle jobs.
are they going to get a points
They are going to
deduction?
get a points deduction. It might not be huge, but it will be some points.
Well, it doesn't need to be huge. If it's 10 points, they don't win the league.
If it's 10 points, they don't win the league, and if it's 10 points, we probably go above them. We're that good.
Come
we
on,
joke. Look,
mate.
come on. I am bantering now. I am bantering. But if we beat Liverpool, we could absolutely finish third. And that's what I mean by top three. We could absolutely finish there.
I think it would just cement our position as front runners in the race for Champions League football, because what you got to look at is this, right? If we beat Liverpool, we don't actually move up a space.
We don't know.
We move away from the chasing pack, i.e. Brighton, Aston Villa, and who's after that? Well, no, Aston Villa, Brighton,
Fulham
Newcastle.
Yep.
But apart from moving away from the chasing pack, I do think that it gives us not only real momentum, but like real incentivization that now we can go one better than last season. Because last season we didn't beat a top three side, did we? Obviously, we had we had the 4-4 win against Man City,
which was a very good result and a good win.
Yeah, the 4-4 win against Man City.
Yeah.
We had the 2-2 win against Arsenal, which was a phenomenal result.
One of the greatest goals that I've ever seen from a winger.
Yep. Mikhailo Mudryk.
Yeah.
And then obviously against Liverpool, we had the opening day
1-1.
1-1 win, which was actually a 2-1 because Ben Chilwell scored the goal that shouldn't have been disallowed.
Exactly,
so we did have a couple of wins. Morally, but we didn't have a proper win, right? And we haven't had a proper win in coming up really 3 years in the league.
That's
against
not
any
good,
of these
is it?
lot.
That's worrying.
Like, when
against
was
the top three or against Liverpool?
No, against Liverpool, we haven't actually beat them since 2021, 1-0 at Anfield. Who scored the goal?
Reece James.
No, but he has something in common with Reece James. Does not know his way onto a football pitch.
Chile.
No.
Don't know who it is. Tell me.
Someone that may or may not have moved football club, and I may or may not be really happy about the way things have gone for him.
Lukaku?
No.
Don't know who it is.
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount scored the
Mason
winner. Wow,
Mount
I wouldn't have
scored
even
the
said
winner.
that. That would have been in my top 15 guesses. Mason Mount scored the winner 1-0 against
But it
Liverpool.
has literally been
Was
what?
that COVID? Was that COVID time? Was that an empty stadium?
It might have been.
Yeah, it sounds.
It might have been.
Sounds
It might have been. Yeah.
That's why you don't remember it.
Imagine that'd be awful. Imagine last time you won against Liverpool being in an empty stadium.
Yeah.
Or imagine like the last time and one of the only times you've won the Premier League, it being in front of
Doesn't really count.
an empty stadium.
Doesn't really count.
Doesn't really count that league that Liverpool won, does
if
it?
Man City have an asterisk in their title win this season, maybe Liverpool should have an asterisk in that season as well, because no one really cares.
Yeah. But that's not our words. That's just general.
That's just
General
life.
perception.
Yeah,
Obviously, if we lost, right, worst case scenario, if we lost and different results were to go against us, then we could finish the weekend as low as 6th. Obviously, it could be
awful.
It could be 7th.
Yeah.
But Newcastle and Brighton, I believe, are playing each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that means that
Worst case draw.
worst case, yeah.
Yeah.
So Chelsea have not beaten Liverpool in 9 meetings.
Wow.
And our overall record against Liverpool of recent has been really shit, to be
They've
honest.
always been a bit of a bogey side. Liverpool.
Out of our last 16 meetings with Liverpool, how many of them do you think we've won?
3.
2.
Wow.
2.
Yeah, not good.
No.
But you can't put too much precedence on history. It's all about the present. You live in the present every day.
Yeah.
You're not worrying about the past.
And
You're not worrying about
records-
what you were doing back in the day.
Records
You're
are
a
for DJs.
YouTuber. You're
There
a
you
pro
go.
boxer.
Yep.
I mean,
Anything else? Anything else?
Legend.
Yep.
Sex addict.
Addict, yeah. Yeah. I think you need to get it
Best
regular.
tan, tan on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Easily. Best eyebrows on YouTube. Yeah.
Best grooming on
Listen,
YouTube.
I don't always
Cheers,
surf the net,
Manscaped.
but
Yeah.
when I do,
Yeah.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
Like it?
Yeah. I
Like
love
it?
it.
Yeah?
I love it. I've never heard that one.
Mate, serious moment now, going from joking to being
Can we do
deadly
this? Can we do the
serious.
Joker? Can we do the?
Boom. Liam. Gutting, isn't it?
I mean, it's absolutely gutting. Rest in peace. I mean, have you seen the hotel room pictures?
No,
It's not good,
really.
mate. A
Really?
lot of paraphernalia.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of paraphernalia in the hotel room. Third floor balcony. It's not good.
that is bad.
It's
That
really
is bad.
bad.
There'd be
R.I.P. Liam.
Yeah, R.I.P. Liam. 100%.
They're not. Yeah, I mean,
condolences.
One Direction.
To be honest, I
what are they
doubt
gonna
his
do now?
family are going to be watching this right now.
Yeah.
But if they are, condolences.
Condolences, indeed.
That's a real shame, man. And do you know
Oh, it's
what?
so shocking.
Did that one hit home for you? Because obviously, when
31.
we were younger,
Yeah.
like, because obviously, yeah, he's about our age.
Yeah.
And then, like, before the X Factor just got absolutely shit, he was that One Direction X Factor. That was one of like the last good X Factors, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
it was.
I used to watch it back then. Did
What
you
was
used to watch it?
Oh, well, yeah, definitely watch it. Was it the 20? Is it the 27 Club? That's the thing. Like Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse.
What, they die at 27?
Yeah, they die. That's the rock star age where they
Amy
struggle.
Winehouse, that was another
Yeah,
one, wasn't
Amy
it?
Winehouse was
What celebrity death hit you hardest?
God, you put me on the spot here. I can't think of one.
I'll give you mine,
Go on.
and you were there when
on.
I found out.
Go on.
And you can tell them now. What was I like when we was
I've
at
got one,
Brian's
actually.
and I found out
I've got one.
that Matthew Perry died?
Matthew Perry was gutting. I've got one to bring it back to Chelsea when Gianluca Vialli died.
Oh,
That was because I'd met Gianluca in real life, and my old man met him on a plane once, and he said he was an absolute gentleman.
He would have been. All Italians are gentlemen.
That
Can't-
was
can't think
gutting.
of a bad
He was a
Italian.
genius as well.
Can't
Genius
think of a
football
bad
player.
Italian
No, I
that's
can't
not a
think of any.
gentleman. I
Yeah.
mean, look at Davide.
Yeah, Davide.
You are a liar.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
actress.
You're a fool.
Anyway, R.I.P. Let's get back to it. Right. Okay. So Liverpool starts of the season. What are we thinking of it? Because they've been pretty bloody good, haven't they?
They've been
and
really good.
Tell you what the other thing is, and this is a bit of a concern. However, being that we've got the best attack in the whole Premier League, I don't know how much of a concern it is, but Liverpool have only conceded 2 goals so far this season, which is mental.
Some people have countenanced. That's a new word for you. Some people have countenanced that they've had.
You're gonna have to explain this one.
Some people have said
Right.
that Liverpool have had some relatively easy fixtures. So why don't we very briefly go through the fixtures?
Go on then.
They beat Ipswich.
Easy.
They beat Brentford.
Easy.
They beat Man United.
Easiest of them all.
They lost to Forest.
They lost.
They lost to Forest.
Oh, right.
What,
well-
can you remember what our score was?
No,
against
listen.
Forest?
Taking points off Forest isn't for everyone.
Yeah. They won against Bournemouth.
Easy.
They beat West Ham in the Carabao Cup. They beat Wolves. They only beat Wolves. By the way, talking about comparable matches, they only beat Wolves 2-1.
I only beat Wolves 2-1. How
Yeah.
much did they beat West Ham by?
They beat West Ham in the Carabao Cup, mind.
Yeah.
5-1.
5-1.
Yeah.
Would have been a second string West Ham team,
Carabao
to
Cup.
be honest.
Yeah.
And Lopetegui just getting his feet under
Palace,
the
who
door. And
are
as
in
well,
free fall.
West Ham don't really care about the Carabao Cup
They
anyway,
don't.
so
They
there you
don't.
go.
Palace in free fall. They could be sacking their manager soon. They only beat them 1-0. And then they've got us.
There you go then.
So
They've had a
what is
pretty easy run of
what is
fixtures.
their hardest game? Man United.
Nah.
What is their hardest game? Forest.
Nottingham
Which they
Forest,
lost.
I'd say. Nottingham Forest, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not bantering. I'd say Nottingham Forest. Or possibly even Wolves. Because I know
Brentford. Brentford are better than Wolves. No, Brentford are better than Wolves. Wolves are going to be 20th place this season. They could be right down there.
Do you actually think that?
They are in trouble. Then they will potentially sack the manager as well, I reckon.
Really?
They've got a lot of injuries as well. They've got no defenders. They're talking about signing... they're talking about signing like an old West Ham centre-back or something, free agent.
Really?
Yeah, they're in big
Who?
trouble.
Collins?
No, like someone awful. I can't remember.
What,
who it is.
old?
No, not old, but like he's a free agent. and
I'd
he's
bring
still a free
Richard
agent
Dunn
now.
out of retirement.
Yeah, bring him back. He was a
Bring
decent
him
player.
back,
Yeah,
mate. Wheel him on.
He was half good.
Yeah.
Any other Wolves centre backs that you can remember?
No.
I can only think of Mick McCarthy. Bring him back as manager.
No, do you remember when Wolves were in the league and didn't Paul Ince play for them?
Yeah, Paul
Like
Ince. Paul Ince
2004.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul. Yeah, his son Tom Ince is smashing it in the Championship as well. He's doing quite well in the Championship.
Tommy Ince.
Tommy Ince.
Yeah, he was a hot prospect.
He
I remember
was.
He was one of your ones you played that game.
A football manager.
No, 7 minutes in heaven. No,
Oh
joking.
yeah,
No, football manager. Yeah. He was
Usually it's 3 or 4 minutes in heaven, Joey. To be honest.
yeah. 1-2 for me. Listen, I think what you've got to be impressed by Liverpool so far is they have shown quite good bounce back ability.
Who was that from? Was that Ian Dowie?
What?
Bounce back ability.
No, I just made it up there and then.
No, you didn't, because Ian Dowie said it on Sky Sports News back in the day. Sorry to
Really?
break it to you. Yeah,
Is bounce back ability not a word?
it's not. No,
Is it not?
it might have been. It might
Fucking
have been.
should
It might
be.
have been put in the dictionary now.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that Joey Knight
Urban
said it.
Dictionary alongside favourite. But yeah, they have shown quite good bounce back ability because following up that, what you'd call was a bit of a shock loss to Nottingham Forest, as I say, taking points off Forest is not for everyone. But following that up, they've literally won every game across all competitions. And the first game after that, I think, was an away trip to AC Milan. So pretty impressive. And do you know what's funny, right? Our old mates at SofaScore, you know SofaScore?
I do know.
Heard of them?
SofaScore. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. Our old friends at SofaScore, I'm actually getting quite into their website.
Okay.
Yeah, not more than I'm getting into Squawker.
No, Squawker's the one.
Chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
But I have been looking on SofaScore a little bit, and I was looking at like average player ratings throughout their team so far this season. And do you know, there's one player, and I did mention this to you the other day. I said he's having quite a good season, a lot better than I thought he was last season. Gravenberch is like one of their top-rated overall performers so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, in the slot system, he likes to have a ball-playing sort of six, which Klopp didn't really like.
He's slotted in.
He's slotted straight in. Remember, Klopp wanted sort of like a more physical Fabinho-esque player. Gravenberch looks great. And do you know what? He's obviously learning position because he was used to being a more attacking-minded player. But yeah, he looks very good. But saying that, he's going to have to man-mark Cole Palmer. So good luck to him.
Will he be man-marking Cole Palmer? I suppose he will, in that.
I mean, he's a DM and Cole Palmer's the attacking midfielder. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Good luck to him, I say.
He'll have absolutely no chance of that.
He's not going to be anywhere near Cole Palmer.
Is Cole Palmer the player with the highest chance of being a difference maker in this game for both sides?
Do you know what's really mad though is that front three for Liverpool scares the hell out of me. Do you know why? Like Luis Diaz, he might not even play, but he's unreal. You got not Gravenberch. You got Gakpo as the alternative. Jota,
he won't play Gakpo.
Jota, I think is exquisite. I really rate Jota. And then you got the big man, Mo Salah on the.
Who do you think it'd be?
Side.
I think it'd be Luis Diaz, Jota, and Salah.
I'm going to go Gakpo, Jota, Salah.
Salah. 8 goal involvements. I think it's 4 goals, 4 assists in 7 games so far this season for Liverpool. Definitely looking like he has a new lease of life. Really not surprising, but obviously towards the end of last season, I was thinking, he might be winding down. He might be looking at a move over to Saudi.
They didn't have a summer of football. He didn't. He had a summer off. He hasn't really played too much international football in general. He looks sharp. And also, last year, the contract. So you know what that means? He's got to go and earn another one.
Has he had a hair transplant?
He's had a brilliant hair transplant.
Has he had a hair transplant?
Of course he's had a hair transplant.
Because I was going to say, it was going right back, and then now I'm looking at him, and he's got the shape up and that, and I'm like...
He's had a fantastic hair transplant.
You have to wake up pretty early to fool me.
Where do you think he went for his hair transplant? Do you reckon he went to Turkey?
Nah, I'd have gone Harley Street.
Do you reckon Harley Street?
Harley
Fair
Street,
enough.
or whatever Liverpool's equivalent to Harley Street
Can I just say, Mo Salah, you've pulled off the bald look exquisitely well.
Yeah, no,
There's not a lot of people that could pull that
off.
Because he had. I think he had quite nice hair before.
You've seen me bald, I can pull it off. My passport photo, I'm balding.
I personally prefer you with hair.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
In fact, what about on my head? Do you prefer hair there? Or?
No, well, no, not really. No. we had the discussion, would you rather have all the hair above your eyebrows or and none below, or none above your eyebrows and all of it below?
Well, you know my answer, but put it down to the viewers.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
what would you rather have?
Let us know. Should we go on to our starting lineup? Because we've agreed on the same starting lineup.
I think the only other thing we've got to talk about with Liverpool is that there is no Alisson for this game. Alisson is injured for a month.
Yeah, but you know what? Their backup boy, and I'm going to forget his name here, Keller? Is it Keller?
Yeah, so if you could say his first name, I'll be incredibly impressed. And we've got quite a lot of Irish viewers, so the Irish viewers will be questioning it.
Declan?
It's spelt Kiyomi, but it's not Kiva, I think. Something like that.
Kiyomi?
Naomi Kiyomi.
Do you know what one used to always get me?
Yeah, go on.
Quinoa rice. Quinoa, you know quinoa?
I know
quinoa rice. Yeah?
It's not rice, but it's quinoa, yeah.
Quinoa, no, I got eating rice, got packs of rice. Quinoa rice.
It's not rice, but it's quinoa.
Okay, yeah, but it's spelt quinoa. So I used to be like, can you get me some quinoa rice, please, babe? Yeah.
Did you ever have a Siobhan or like a Neve in your class?
I used to train a boxer called Neve. Shout out Neve Morris.
Yeah.
She is a very, very good boxer.
How did you spell it?
Neve.
Neve.
Neve. But I didn't really spell it. I just punched all the time.
It's not pronounced Neve. It's not spelled Neve.
What is it spelled?
I wouldn't even want to try.
The Irish are weird, aren't they?
The Irish
They
are
are weird.
fantastic.
Starting up a little rivalry
Yeah,
already.
no.
Won't announce anything too soon, but
I'm a
me,
bit
me
Irish.
and you know. Are you?
I can't slag off the Irish at all.
Yeah.
I've got Irish blood in me. I'm going to get the Irish passport.
Well,
we all want to be part of Europe now.
Yeah.
When you're going to be paying that €7.
When you travel as much as me and you do, we definitely
when
want
you're
to.
going to be paying that €7
I was thinking
next
about
year.
booking a holiday last night, actually.
Me too. I was looking at Ibiza.
Are you actually?
I was looking at Ibiza for November.
Have you been to Ibiza?
I've never been to Ibiza.
Josh, I'm going to level with you, mate. Ibiza's not for you.
No, but it is in November. There's
Why?
nothing because there's no. I'm not going to the party. I'm going to chill.
Are you thinking about experimenting with some recreational drugs?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Can you promise me that if you do think about doing
I'll
it,
let
you'll
you know.
invite me? Right,
Shall we
let's
talk
get on
about
to the
the
team
team
sheet.
sheet?
I don't
Go
give a fuck
on.
about Allison or
Go on.
Liverpool. This is our team sheet for the game, and I'm just going to level with you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get this video out ASAP. You've probably never heard that phrase before. It stands for as soon as possible. I just made it up there and then. And that means that this is your one and one only chance to be looking at this graphic, because I can't flip back and forth to it.
This
because
is
I
a
haven't
memory
got...
test.
This is a memory test.
Yeah.
So, do you want to run me through the lineup, mate?
Yeah, let's go through it very quickly. Sanchez in goal.
Wait, no. Can you do it as if you are the stadium announcer in Stamford Bridge, please?
And welcome to Stamford Bridge. Today we are going to be doing the team sheets. You'll be pleased to know that number 1, Robert Sanchez, is in goal. I can't remember because there's number 27, Malo Gusto. I can't remember, Tosin Adarabeo. Number 6, Levi Colwill. Number I can't remember, Vega. Number 25, Moises Caicedo. Then you got Enzo Fernandez.
I'm joking. Hey! Good, Enzo.
Noni Madueke. Cole Palmer. Sancho.
Hey!
And finally, Nicholas Jackson.
Josh, that was absolutely
good?
phenomenal.
Was
I
that
don't
good?
know where it came
Shall I
from.
try and get a job at the bridge?
I'd rather you just continued helping me out all the time, to be honest. No, that is the team sheet there.
Yeah.
So let's have a
You're
little...
never going to see that graphic again.
You're never going to see that graphic again.
So remember that team.
Yeah. Cherish it. Take it to the grave.
In
with
fact,
you.
actually, rewind it because that's really good for average view time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So just go and watch it back. It will be at the point. We'll put a little marker in the video.
Okay.
you
Okay.
go.
Right. Well, let's start off with speaking about the defence. And I think that is the sort of main area that we're really going to speak about here. Now, can you tell me why we have gone for Tosin Adarabioyo and Renato Vega? Let's start off with Tosin Adarabioyo, because in that position, you could have gone with Axel Disasi. You could have gone with Benoit Badiashile. And I'm not going to slate Benoit Badiashile's performances at all, but Axel Disasi, when he has been called upon, despite me saying that last season I did find him lacklustre all too often, there were great performances, by the way, from Axel Disasi. I actually thought that on the opening day against Liverpool, I think Axel Disasi scored the goal, didn't he, on the opening day against Liverpool last season?
I think he was at fault for their first goal.
Really?
I think he was, yeah.
All right,
do you not
we'll scrap
remember?
that.
Yeah, do you not remember Salah gets the ball, he whips it through, it goes between the two centre backs.
I do remember that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Axel Disasi, hang your head in shame.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but he had some good games. Away at Aston Villa in the
did.
FA Cup, I really rated the partnership of him with Benoit Badiashile. And then, to be honest, mate, I would say a man of the match performance away at the Etihad. I thought he was brilliant away at the Etihad.
What's happened?
Well, you're about to say what's happened, but I genuinely do think that when called upon so far this season, he has been, I think, impressive is a stretch, isn't
As
it?
a right back,
He's not been bad. He's not been bad.
he's not been unbelievable though, has he?
Lovely top over the ball. Top over
Lovely-
the ball.
yeah,
lovely top over the ball. Lovely ball over the top.
So
to
what did
Pedro
he do?
Neto
Did he
in the
put the
cup.
ball underneath his top?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's quite impressive.
and pretended he was a pregnant
Do
woman.
you think Disasi's best attribute for Chelsea is potentially his celebrations?
He gives it.
Because that Crystal Palace celebration was one of my favourites in a while.
Yeah.
Remember
That was
that
good. That was good. What was that?
I've-
What is that game famous for?
The Enzo finish
Nope.
for the third goal.
No,
The Conor Gallagher second equaliser.
no,
Chelsea being absolutely top.
no. The delay to the second half, and then the Palace, whoever's the DJ at Palace, put on "Don't Worry About a Thing," and that's what started off the chant.
Have we?
Well, we don't need to sing it now.
Yeah,
no one's worrying about anything.
I just quite like it, though.
We're absolutely smashing it.
Yeah, we are absolutely smashing it. Talking to people that are smashing it, Tosin Adarabioyo. We've got to put him in. The reason why we do have to say this, by the way, we haven't said it. Fofana is suspended for this game, so we obviously need a replacement at centre back. Tosin is the third choice centre back, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think even if Levi was injured and Fofana was playing, Tosin would be probably playing, wouldn't he?
Cool, calm, composed, positionally. Are you describing me?
Yeah,
Cool, calm,
yeah.
composed.
We all know you're 6'3".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lying down. No, but
that's all that matters.
Yeah, we're all the same size lying down, love. That's what I always tell him.
Not in doggy though.
No. No. But that's a conversation for another day. Tosin Adarabioyo, right? Yeah. I think that one trait that he definitely has on Axel Disasi is his positional awareness. Like,
and I would say better ball player.
Yep.
I would say better in the air.
Yep.
Better tackler.
More trustworthy.
I don't know. Pre-season, he had a few little moments, didn't he?
Pre-season's pre-season, mate.
Do you not count those games? Are they forgotten now?
Well, when I was covering pre-season, I made a real case for pre-season counting.
Be really important.
But now, now,
call that back.
I mean, mate, look at us realistically in pre-season. We were a hot mess. We were a shambles, and I was trying to go, don't worry about it, lads. We're all right. We're all right.
Yeah.
And then turns out we are all right. So there you go.
Decent,
there you go. But yeah, no disputing there. Tosin Adarabioyo. Do you think anyone would be put in the likes of, let's say, for example, a Benoit Badiashile?
I think if you're a Liverpool fan, you might.
Fucking
yeah. But neither have been very impressive. Look, I think, if I'm being completely honest with you, I think there's a high chance that both of them will be gone in the summer. I think they'll look to strengthen.
But then we'll probably bring one in.
A good player.
And I'm saying, let's not bring one in. Let's bring one back.
Who would you want to bring?
You know who I want back.
Who do you want
They
back?
know who I want back.
Thiago Silva?
No, I want my boy.
Mykhailo Mudryk?
Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah.
Has he been playing for Palace? Because he
has played a couple of games, but he was injured at the start of the season.
Right, okay, fair enough. Let's move on to the left-back slot. Now, obviously, we do have a Champions League winner in the ranks, a man who is fit and ready and available, a man who played against Liverpool multiple times, I think 3 times. I'm pretty sure Ben Chilwell played in the cup final against Liverpool as well, did he not?
Sure he did,
But when he did play on the opening day of the season against Liverpool, let's be honest, that's before the somewhat rapid decline had started, and he played really well in that match. So is there anything that feels a little bit guilty in you to not be giving Ben Chilwell a run out here ahead of Renato Vega?
No.
Me neither.
Should we just leave it at that? Vega is so good.
Yeah.
Vega is actually criminally underrated by all of the football world. And in fact, this may be one of his coming-of-age games. If he can keep Mo Salah quiet, he can keep quite a lot of other people in world football quiet.
Well, this is the thing, right? When you look at Renato Vega as well, I think it's been no secret so far that at Chelsea Football Club, yes, we have the ambition to win. We're gonna lift silverware this season, and I can guarantee you that.
Confidence, I love it.
I can guarantee you it, mate.
Yeah, what's it going to be? Conference League.
If I'm being honest, probably Conference League, but I wouldn't write our chances off in a cup competition at all. I mean, we reached a semi-final and a final last year, and last year wasn't even a great season for us, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I do genuinely think we will be lifting silverware of some description this season, and I look at the fact that one of the main sort of emphases that was put on the incoming manager when we were selecting who to pick from was the development of players. Now, if we're thinking about the development of players, then there is only really one man to pick in Cucurella's absence, and that's Renato Vega. Yeah. And not only because we spent a little bit of money on him, bringing him in from the Swiss League, and the fact that we want to see him progress and that we want to see him do well, but the performances he's put in so far have very much justified why that money should be spent on him, haven't they?
Yeah, they absolutely have. Do you know what a weird, strange thing that could happen here? Is they put Vega at centre-back. Then you got a chance to put Chilwell in the team. Do you think that would happen?
No.
It's possible. Viega's looked very solid as a centre-back option. Maybe that's what they're going to start doing when they offload Badiashile and Disasi. Maybe Vega will become another option for centre-back.
I think Vega's a little bit wasted at centre-back.
I do too.
Because when I look at his attacking ability, and not just his attacking ability, like just his ability in the middle of the park, you know, I look at it and I think, well, to be honest, we pretty much know that if this is the lineup that Enzo Maresca goes with for this match, then it will be Malo Gusto being the fullback that kind of inverts. And there might even be a chance, because it's Liverpool, that neither are really inverting all that much, because we maybe don't have as much of the game as we're used to being having against some would perceive lesser sides. But it's definitely not going to be Vega inverting and Malo Gusto left there, because I just don't think that offers us enough physicality and solidity in that defence.
The only way that happens is if Reece James plays, and he's not going to play.
It's going to be too soon for him. Yeah. It's going to be too soon.
Do you think he'll be on the bench? He's back in full training.
Do you know what? I love Reece James. Favourite player at Chelsea.
Favourite.
Would probably rather he wasn't on the bench.
Yeah,
I spoke about this. I don't know if you watched my video yesterday, but I spoke about this. And
I watch every video.
Of course you do. And I did kind of say that realistically, I'm happy to not see Reece back until like start of November now, to be honest. And I know that sounds, it's a long way off. It's the 17th of October
it's not really that far off, is it? 13 days.
It was 10 years ago today I had my first ever fight.
Oh, wow.
17th of October.
How did it go?
How'd it go? Oh, don't worry about that, mate. Don't worry about that.
Convincing.
How do you think it went?
Well, we know the record.
We know the record. And records aren't for DJs when it comes to my boxing career.
Yeah. There you go.
Apart from the last one.
Yeah.
Bastard.
The defence is easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think many people are going to change the defence.
I don't think so.
Now, the midfield. The midfield is something we can talk about.
Well, listen, the boy is back. Romeo Lavia is back. He's had a few minutes here and there. And let's be honest, mate, if Romeo Lavia wasn't a player capable to play at Anfield, then they wouldn't have been bidding to have him play at Anfield now, would they?
I honestly do think, although we have clearly said that we like Caicedo and Enzo, for all the guys and girls watching at home that obviously know the team sheet off by heart because we showed it for 20 seconds.
All the guys and the 0.2% female viewers that I've got.
Yeah. So we've obviously said Enzo, but I honestly do think with the travel that they've done, obviously they're coming back both from South America, having to do, 11-hour flights back to London. I could absolutely see one of them not playing.
I didn't even think about that,
Yeah.
Have Liverpool got many South Americans in their squad? Luis Diaz
for Colombia.
Beyond
that, all of the defensive.
Alisson, but he's not playing.
He's not playing. Yeah. No, I don't think they would have had a lot of travel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just stick Lavia in there then.
I think there is a case to put Lavia. And for me, obviously, your favourite player, but I think Enzo is the one that would have to drop out.
Yeah, big match this for Enzo Fernandez, because obviously he has come under a little bit of stick. Obviously never nothing off my channel, mostly just off yours, to be honest, isn't it? But he has come in for a little bit of stick, obviously because we expect such high things of him. He was really good, wasn't he, the other night for Argentina? Did you hear about this?
I didn't actually see
I'm not
the
even
game.
going to pretend like I
didn't
watched the game.
See the game, no.
I didn't watch the game, see a few highlights, but he played really well for Argentina.
Good.
But then that's not really news to us because he always plays well for Argentina, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
it's weird because they play sort of like a diamond formation. He's not at the base of the diamond. He's in sort of like one of the wider roles in the diamond for Argentina.
Well, I think he is kind of in the wider role of a midfield trio of us.
True.
Like I was looking at the link-up play the other day at Stamford Bridge between him and Jadon Sancho, and it actually looked quite well. And I think that Jadon Sancho is going to be a player that actually facilitates Enzo Fernandez quite well, because I think they're two techie players. They both like to keep possession of the ball and they don't give away the ball easily. Very rarely, let's be honest, do you see Jadon Sancho give away the ball. So I think he's a good outlet for Enzo Fernandez there to have there. I think that he'll bring out the best of him. I think, and I'm not just saying it to rub you up the wrong way, mate, but I do think that having a Jadon Sancho there, I'm not just saying, because he's a better player and whatnot, and obviously, I do think he's a better player, but having a Jadon Sancho there brings a bit better out of Enzo Fernandez's game than potentially a Mykhailo Mudryk. So let's give
That's mad to say. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we're going to have a lot of space. This isn't breaking down a low block against Liverpool. This is attacking over the top, long balls. And that is where Mykhailo Mudryk needs a quarterback like Enzo to play those balls over the top. Jadon Sancho isn't running behind.
He might not be running behind.
He's not.
But all
Noni isn't really running behind.
But all in all, is he better than Mikhailo Mudryk?
Do you know what? The more I'm thinking about this, the more I think there could be some surprises in this lineup. Because if you think about it, like Noni doesn't really want to be running in behind. Neto does. Maybe Neto starts this game.
And the best game that Mikhailo Mudryk's ever had for Chelsea was probably that cameo against Liverpool.
That was
honest.
unbelievable, wasn't it? How many minutes was that? Probably about 18 minutes.
Who's counting?
He looked fucking great.
But 17.
Yeah. Takes the ball off Conor Gallagher.
So yeah, that do you know what? It's like I kind of looked at this lineup that we had gone with and I said, do you know what? It's very obvious. It really is very obvious. The only question marks are the defence, and then it's obviously going to be Caicedo and Enzo. It's going to be Cole Palmer ahead, Madueke one side, Jadon Sancho the other, Nicholas Jackson through the middle. However, the more you speak about it with me and the more that we think about it, I am starting to think that there is the possibility of a Pedro Neto in there. I think Mikhailo Mudryk's a stretch. I don't think Mikhailo. But off of the bench, I wouldn't be averse to it. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't be averse to it. Feel for the likes of Christopher Nkunku, maybe potentially João Felix, Pedro Neto, who haven't made it into our lineup? Or do you believe, much like I do, that the option to bring these boys off the bench is something that can really, really swing a game? And let's be honest here. I'm not going to sit and say we're a better side than Liverpool. The league table would suggest we're not. The league finishes over the last couple of seasons would suggest we're not. But I tell you what we do. We do have way more strength in depth off the bench than these boys.
Who are they bringing on off the bench to change the game? Gakpo, if he's not playing. Luis Diaz.
Endo.
Yeah, Endo. Fucking hell, they don't fancy Endo, do they?
No.
Harvey Elliott, who potentially could have been a good option.
Good player.
Injured.
Oh, is he?
So he won't be on the bench.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, there's not. I don't think there's a lot of options they've got. Connor Bradley, he was pretty good.
I tell you what, he was fucking brilliant against us, wasn't he? Do you remember in that
really
4-1 win? I think he assisted 2 goals or something like that, didn't he?
Cup final as well.
What cup final?
Yeah, exactly.
What cup final?
What exactly?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, me either.
I don't remember it.
No, I don't either. I don't want to think about it.
No. We had a drink for that cup final. Well, I had a drink and we ordered some chicken.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit like, oh, should I have a drink? You know, what was I was like 2 weeks out from a fight, wasn't I? 3 weeks out from a fight. So like had a couple of vodkas, but, you know, look what happened. Went in their first round knockout. Yeah. Not that I'm boasting.
I don't know why you keep doing these fights pissed up. It's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe you should ease off that for the next
I'd really like to announce to them that I do have an opponent, but
you can't.
Fred called me.
Fred's the opponent.
Fred is the opponent. I'm going to smash into pieces. Fred called me and said that Mams has said in an interview who I'm boxing next, but the interview's not yet out. So.
Oh, okay. So when are we going to find out about this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
And Fred's also giving you the latest on his upcoming porn career.
Yes. Yeah. No, Fred has been constantly saying to me, "Can you get Rupert to give me a call?" So,
oh fuck! I haven't replied to Rupert. I haven't replied to him. Shit,
I did tell him I'd remind you, but at the same time, I told him, Fred.
Yeah.
Too eger, mate.
Yeah,
Too keen.
Yeah.
Back off. Yeah.
For Rupert,
let the Aveste come to you, much like I did to me, eh? God. Do you know what, mate? How different would my life be right now if you hadn't slid into my inbox?
Well, there you go.
Did you slide into my inbox?
I did. Yeah, 100% slid into your inbox. Yeah. So if anyone else wants to, it's just an email address. But it's now my email address. So
there you go. There you go. Yeah.
It was fun, you know. When was our anniversary? Ages ago.
Pre-start of this season.
So we didn't even celebrate our anniversary.
We didn't.
That's not good. That's poor form.
Should we do something for it? I can't even take you for lunch today. I've got sparring later
next
on.
time.
I'm on next. Oh,
God. Why? Because you keep carrying all of your opponents.
More from just carrying, carrying
the show.
Yeah, there you go.
All of that content you're carrying on your back, it must be hard work.
It is hard work. I'll tell you what, we worked hard last week out in Saudi Arabia.
We did. You got a lot of videos out, let alone all the other stuff you did. Come on. Payne game live. Pretty good stream that was. If you haven't watched it, give it a
if you're
gander.
not one of the 500,000 or so. Oh no, hold on, that's just YouTube. What about on Twitter as well? How many do we have on Twitter?
Probably 300-400.
Yeah.
Not bad.
300,000?
300,000 or 400K. One of my favourite letters, the K.
Numbers really are our game.
When you add a K after a number, it's usually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or when your missus writes you an essay and you just text back K.
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 That usually doesn't go down as well.
Do you know what the best thing to ever come out of our Saudi trips is?
What is?
Me realising that Lawrence Southwecki is the funniest man I've ever met in my life.
So good. He is so good. If only he was into football as well, because that would have been fantastic.
No, it's a shame. But we do a bit of boxing content with him. Should we have a score prediction for this match? Now, listen, I really think this is an acid test. I think this is going to be such a hard match. However, I also think that character is something that I very firmly believe that this team are now building. And character is something that I firmly believe that this team will show, because there are so many members of this team that, you know, would have had the sort of adulation of having that draw on the opening day against Liverpool, but also would have had some real bad memories last year against Liverpool. The 4-1 defeat at Anfield, the 1-1 draw, and then eventually succumbing to an extra time goal and losing out on the chance at silverware last year, you know, having to walk up to get those runners-up medals round their neck while all those fucking Liverpool fans are bantering them and whatnot. It was not nice, and it was a grim day for me and you, wasn't it? Probably mostly because Jamie forgot the fucking camera.
I know, he does that every time,
we'll let him off.
We love
We'll let
you
him off.
really,
He's a good lad. Will there be extra incentivization, or do you think, you know, clean slate, new manager, couple of new players?
Slate.
Really?
I think it's clean slate. Okay. I don't think there'll be much sort of like team talk about what happened last year, but I do think it'll be a difficult game.
Oh, mate, I've just got to say it. You know, when I get these feelings.
What are your feelings? You shouldn't tell people about those feelings.
I've got a feeling we're going to win.
You should keep those feelings to yourself.
Sometimes it's good to let it out.
What do you think the score's going to be then? I need the goal scorers as well, because you never do this.
Okay.
It's more fun if you do the goal scorers.
Okay. I'm going to go... I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going to set myself up for a fall here. I'm going to go a 2-1 Chelsea win. And I'm going to go a Nicholas Jackson goal.
Yeah, first.
I don't know what order.
Okay.
But I'm going to go a Nicholas Jackson goal and a Cole Palmer goal.
That is absolutely exquisite. I love that. I'm going to go for a slightly more pessimistic outcome. Maybe more realistic. I'm going to say it will be a Desmond.
Yep.
And I think that you're gonna laugh at me when I say this, but I think João Felix gets the equaliser in the 88th.
Explain to them just quickly, Desmond, because some don't know.
2-2.
2-2.
He was the
Desmond 2-2 played for Fulham.
He was the general manager, or the general sort of like director of NATO. No, not NATO, of the UN, I should say. Desmond Tutu.
Wasn't he a player that played for Fulham?
No, completely different.
Who was a Tutu? A Tuhu? Do you remember him?
A Tuhu is a completely different person to who we're describing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But he was a good player though, wasn't he?
He was a good player. I mean, considering for your second team,
central midfielder,
you're a big fan of that second team.
Yep. There you go.
I watched a fantastic video about the connection between Fulham and Chelsea football clubs recently. I'm going to send it to you.
What, YouTube video?
Yeah, very good YouTube video. Yeah. Very good. So, yeah, I'm going to go, maybe Cole Palmer gets the first, and then João Felix. Don't know why. I've got this weird feeling João Felix comes on and gets a goal on the break.
It's not a weird feeling. It's a true feeling. It's going to happen. People, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Give us your score predictions. Let us know what you think of our starting lineups, and would you tweak them? Would you change them? I always love, by the way, reading your starting lineups in the comment section below. So make sure you do that. Subscribe to Josh's channel. It is linked in the description. And I will see you all in tomorrow's video, where myself and Josh Aveste rank every single Chelsea signing since the takeover. See you on the next one.